Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the Fridas Ice Forum here in Stores on the campus of UConn. This afternoon, the longest trip in distance of the season for the East Haven Co-op hockey team. Today, East Haven takes on the Bucks of E.O. Smith Tolland. East Haven comes in with a record of 9-4, 38 points in Division II. That is good for the number 7 spot in Division II right now. They are 4 points behind 6th. That's the next spot they could get to. This is a 3-point game for them. I'll tell you why in a second. E.O. Smith Tolland with a record of 11-2. They are number 1 in Division III. They've had a terrific season so far. As a Division III qualifier, East Haven would get 3 points in the standings with a win today. So if you want to try to move up in the standings, these are the kinds of games you have to win. East Haven comes off that tough 2-1 loss on Saturday to Lyman Hall. E.O. Smith comes off a tough game Saturday as well. They beat Newington 3-1. So now we'll show you the starting lineups in the national anthem, and then we'll have the opening face-off of today's game. All right, we're set to get underway here in Stores. This game was supposed to be played about a week and a half ago, but it was postponed to today due to the snowstorm that we had. In goal for East Haven today, of course, the senior Ethan Roach, Michael Robert, and Cameron LaCroix starting on defense. And John Dalbero, Parker Sprinkle, and Michael Savo up front. In goal for the Bucks today, the senior Dan Polgan. As we said earlier, the Bucks come in with a record of 11-2. They just beat Newington on Saturday, so this is a strong, strong team. They also have wins over South Windsor and Farmington Valley, who are good Division II teams this season. So they are about as good as you could have in Division III. They probably could be a Division II team. They won the state championship 7 years ago in Division III, then moved up to Division II for a few years, now back in Division III. So, as a matter of fact, nobody on the Bucks has won a state tournament game in the 4 years they've been here. So they're trying to get back to state championship level. They're on their way there. So we got a good one for you here today from Stores, and we are underway. Off the face-off, Michael Robert to Cameron LaCroix. Puck knocked down at center ice by Connor O'Brien and dumped in. Ethan Roach plays it around the boards for Dalbero. Dalbero trying to get it out. He turns it over, and the Bucks quickly turn the puck deep. Cole Shane collides with Cameron LaCroix behind the net. Now Parker Sprankle, who reverses direction, does a nice nifty move, and Sprankle comes away with the puck. Goes up to Robert, who gets it to Dalbero, and they get it out of the zone. Now Savo in the E.O. Smith zone. Savo had his stick knocked away, and the Bucks come out with the puck. Stolen back by Dalbero. John Dalbero in. Dalbero with a shot that goes wide of the senior goaltender, Dan Polgan. It's pretty much split between E.O. Smith High School and Tolland for this Bucks team. Pompano takes a hard hit, goes down awkwardly behind the net. Griffin McGlinchey gets hit there. Now Berg out there. Weinzimmer keeps it into the blue line, throws it on net, blocked by Connor O'Brien, and the Bucks clear it out to center. Pompano there, flips it up to McGlinchey. Griffin McGlinchey dumps it in the Bucks zone. Goes behind the net where it's going to be taken there by O'Brien, who's been on the ice since the game started. Luke Rikalski plays it up and out of the zone. Now to Cam Sterling. Sterling in with a shot wide of Roach. Kept in behind the net, now turned over, taken by Berg, who gives up to McGlinchey. Griffin McGlinchey in the E.O. Smith zone. Tries to feather one to Pompano. Comes back out to center. Tyler Weinzimmer takes and dumps it in. Zach Stoltenberg on it for the Bucks. Stoltenberg cross ice. And here come the Bucks. Nice play by Ruggiero to knock the puck away from Quentin Rye. Oh, Stoltenberg went for a deflection in front. Nobody there. Held in on the far side. Here comes Dalbero on a breakaway. John Dalbero in a foot race. Stoltenberg gets to it first and knocks it away from Dalbero. Now Stoltenberg. Big, tall defenseman for E.O. Smith. Skates up to the blue line. The shot was gloved by Roach, and he holds for the faceoff. 12:41 remaining. Scoreless first period. Zach Stoltenberg, senior defenseman from Tolland. One of the tallest kids that you'll see in high school hockey. He is a senior. This Bucks team does appear to have some size. Face off to the left of Ethan Roach here. It's won by Pompano to McGlinchey, who backhands it out of the zone. Berg with some speed chasing after O'Brien. Knocked down by Pompano. He has it. Pompano shot one up and over the net, and it goes off the netting and out of play. 12:28 to go. First period, no score. Face-off will come just outside the E.O. Smith zone. Pompano still out there to take this face-off. This was a very long ride for East Haven today, so we'll see if there's any bus legs here at the start. There's a shot for E.O. Smith. Cole Shane with the shot there, and Ethan Roach with a big save. 12:18 to go. Scoreless game, first period. Shane, a senior from E.O. Smith. I'll tell you, I can't remember the last time these two teams, these two programs played each other. It's been a long time. Off the face-off shot, quick save by Roach on a really quick chance off the face-off. That was Braden George who had the chance for the Bucks. Berg with a long pass looking for Pompano. They don't connect, and that's an icing. 12:06 remaining here in a scoreless first period. And the face-off comes back in the East Haven zone. Really good crowd on hand here in Stores today. They have a brand new rink here being built right next door. That will be the home of UConn for years to come. They currently play their home games at the XL Center. There's a shot that went wide of Roach. Rebound attempt there by Cole Shane, and Roach was able to get across to keep it out of the net. Bucks dump it in. It's on the stick of Ruggiero, who tries to find Pompano at center ice. It was broken up, and so the Bucks dump it in. Goes behind the net for Weinzimmer. Weinzimmer plays it up to Vakatura. Vakatura had it turned over, but Pompano steals. Here comes Pompano, 3-on-2. Pompano drives to the net, centers for Vakatura, and he couldn't get a shot away. Pompano out there with Vakatura and Schroeder. Pompano will now come off. Dumped into East Haven zone. Here comes Quentin Rye. Rye puts it out in front where a bouncing puck is knocked down by Weinzimmer, who flips it up ahead to Vakatura. Vakatura works his way in the E.O. Smith zone. Giovanelli behind the net, centers for Schroeder, and they took a shot and they go barreling into Dan Polgan, the goaltender. So we have a stoppage with 10:57 to go here in a scoreless first period. Good shift, good chance there for Vakatura, Schroeder, and Giovanelli. Face off to the right here of Dan Polgan. Sprankle takes the draw. It is won by the Bucks. And taken there by Keegan Hodginson. Plays it out to center ice where it's knocked down by Dalbero. Dalbero carries back in. He was tripped up, no call. Play continues. Here's Pat Brennan for E.O. Smith. Dumps it in behind Roach. Michael Robert ties his man up. Now it's Sprankle. Parker Sprankle through center ice. Sprankle into the Buck zone. 3-on-2. Sprankle trying to go wide. Sprankle into the corner. Hodginson knocks him into the board. That was Brennan, I'm sorry. That knocks him into the boards. Out with it now is O'Brien. Quick chance saved by Roach. That was Keegan Hodginson who took the shot for the Bucks. Roach was there for the save. Sprankle behind the net. Bucks come away with the puck. They try a wraparound. Comes back up to Stoltenberg. Stoltenberg throws one on net. Roach with a save. Rebound chance by Cam Sterling on the backhand went wide. And the puck goes off the netting and out of play. 10 minutes even to go here in this opening period. We have no score. The Bucks with some pretty good chances here the last minute or so on Ethan Roach. Pompano taking the draw to his right. East Haven's won 3 in a row, lost 3 in a row, I should say, coming into this game today. So they are in desperate need of a win, looking for their 10th win of the year. Griffin McGlinchey dumps it in. McGlinchey gets it back at the blue line, throws it on net, deflected into the far corner where Pompano gets to it. Drops it back down for Berg. Berg trying to center. He gets knocked off the play there by Cole Shane. And now the Bucks clear it out. McGlinchey knocks it down. Testa gains the red line. Testa gets ridden into the boards hard by Shane. And they go and get it. Bucks try to wrap it around the boards and get it out of the zone. They do. Long cross ice pass deflected, so Weinzimmer plays it up the boards. McGlinchey in the neutral zone. Finds Pompano. Pompano followed up by Berg. Berg with a little bit of room. Berg skates in. Shot save made by Dan Polgan. Berg gets his own rebound back. Berg behind the net. Has it knocked away And the Bucks clear it up to center. Testa can't keep it in. Weinzimmer controls for East Haven, plays it up to Testa, who finds Savo at center ice. Bouncing puck taken there by Damon Till. Damian Till for the Bucks, lost it to Savo. Savo gains the red line and dumps in. Sutton Franson behind the net for the Bucks, and they look to clear out. Michael Robert trying to find Savo, doesn't connect. Now Savo does have it at center ice before the Bucks dump in behind the net of Roach. Michael Robert around the boards, up for Dalbero. Dalbero finds Savo at center ice. Savo trying to get by Stoltenberg. Savo into the corner, takes a hard hit. And he now gets back up and gets back in the play. No icing, didn't make the red line. Michael Robert, cross ice for LaCroix. Now Michael Robert trying to go up the boards with it. Oh, East Haven could have had too many men on the ice there. That was dangerous. Bucks come back the other way now. Try to get by LaCroix. That's Cam Sterling. LaCroix hits him hard, and there's a goal. Shot was taken by Keegan Hodginson, the senior. Roach thought he had it originally, but Hodginson puts the puck in. It was off an East Haven turnover, and with 7:37 left to go in the first period, the Bucks have the 1-0 lead. So that was a turnover, and E.O. Smith Tolland able to take advantage, and the Bucks lead it 1-0. Now Pompano with the face-off at center ice, wins it back to Weinzimmer. Trying to find Berg, it was stolen. Testa gets knocked off the play, and now he looks to play it out to center ice. Now it's Berg. Dumped back in by the Bucks at center, that's an icing. 7:18 to go in the first. East Haven now trailing 1-0. On a goal by number 23, Keegan Hodginson, a senior forward from Tolland. Face off to the left of Dan Polgan. It is Shane and Pompano taking the draw. Pompano wins it to Ruggiero. Ruggiero, shot blocked. Pompano takes it. Pompano tries to get one in front. It was blocked. Now the Bucks will take it out of the zone, or try to anyway. Knocked down by Pompano. Pompano followed up by Berg. And it goes by the stick of Ruggiero. No icing. So it's now on Roach, and Roach has to play it. Plays it to Ruggiero, who has to calmly knock it down in his skates. McGlinchey trying to find Pompano. Pompano forces E.O. Smith deep in their own zone, but now the Bucks able to clear. Here comes Damian Till. Damian Till drops the puck back to O'Brien, thrown toward the net, blocked by McGlinchey, and McGlinchey clears it out of the zone. Pompano works his way free. Pompano trying to get by 3 Bucks, and they're able to stop him right at the blue line. Puck was carried in by Eric Lemieux, sophomore from E.O. Smith. In the corner now, Ruggiero backhands it up for Sprankle. Actually, that was Dalbero. And Roach winds up having to cover. 6:07 to go. First period, Bucks 1, East Haven 0. Seems like in the last couple of minutes here, East Haven has found their legs a little bit. Face-off in the East Haven zone to the left of Ethan Roach. It's won by Sprankle back to Robert, who goes around for Savo. They can't get it out of the zone. E.O. Smith able to hold. The Bucks are certainly a quick team. There's Quentin Rye back to the blue line. Knocked down there, but Savo overskated it. He couldn't clear. Held in, shot blocked that time by Robert. Now Savo out of the zone for Dalbero. John Dalbero skates in, shot wide of Polgan. Rebound comes on in front. And Dalbero was there for a tip, and it went wide. And the net now off the pegs again. 5:34 left to go here in the first period. East Haven trailing in the game 1-0. Face-off will be to the right of the Bucks goaltender, Dan Polgan. That chance right there was the best chance East Haven has had so far today in this game. Now Pompano taking the draw again to Polgan's right. Pompano wins it back to Robert. Robert cross ice for LaCroix. LaCroix couldn't get a shot away. Here's a 2-on-1 for the Bucks. There's a quick chance there by Braden George, and it was deflected off the stick of Michael Robert. Nice play getting back. Here comes McGlinchey. McGlinchey to Pompano. Pompano makes a move. Pompano makes another move. Berg on the doorstep. They couldn't poke it home. Pompano flips it back down low for Berg. Berg trying to play it deep, has it stolen by Shane. Pompano with a big hit on Shane in the corner. Knocked down by Berg. Now the Bucks the other way. George had it knocked away by LaCroix. Now McGlinchey in the neutral zone with some room to move. McGlinchey in the Buck zone. Shot saved by Polgan, who lets a big rebound go. Held in nicely by Robert. Now taken by Berg at center ice. Berg curls back, dumps it in. Sutton Franson for the Bucks. That's a long pass that goes on net, so no icing. And Roach plays it, leaves it for Robert. Michael Robert up to Dalbero at center. Now Sprankle. Parker Sprankle in the zone. Sprankle stops. Dumps it deep. Finds Dalbero. Centers for Savo. Nobody home. Now Dalbero works with it. Gives it back to Parker Sprankle. Sprankle behind the net. Sprankle. Reverses direction. Sprankle. Nobody in front. Now finds Dalbero. Savo's in front. Shot goes off the side of the net. Good shift here by Savo, Dalbero, and Sprankle. Gets by Ruggiero at the blue line and dumped all the way down on Roach. Icing waved off. Play continues. Oh, there's a turnover. Quick chance saved by Roach, and Ruggiero clears it aside. Now Weinzimmer. Tyler Weinzimmer up to Berg. Berg in the Buck zone. Had it poked away by Luke Rakalski. And it is dumped down. It's going to be an icing. 3:29 to go. First period, Bucks 1, East Haven nothing. Parker Sprankle had a goal in the game on Saturday against Lyman Hall. That was the only East Haven goal in that game in that 2-1 loss. And Sprankle skating well so far today in this game. Here's Pompano. He loses the faceoff, this time to Pat Brennan. Brennan fires around the boards, knocked down though. Berg knocks it down at the half wall, plays it deep. Berg trying to go back to McGlinchey, puck loose in front. Pompano has it, shot save made. That one got through. Polgan made the stop. Now the Bucks come back the other way. Michael Robert forces his man wide. Shot on a tough angle, saved by Roach. Now Pompano looking to come back the other way. Gennaro Pompano stops. He gets double teamed right at the blue line, and the Bucks skate back in. There's Quentin Rye, who goes behind the net. Michael Robert ties him up there. Goes past Dalbero, held in by the Bucks. Near side corner, Quentin Rye. Knocked off the play by LaCroix, who drops it off for Dalbero, who actually that's Pompano, who looks to get it out of the zone. Now Dalbero flips it up ahead for Savo, who tries to tip it forward. Dalbero collides with Brennan at center ice, and so the Bucks control it there. Bouncing puck in the neutral zone, corralled by Sprankle at his own blue line. Sprankle tried to flip it to Savo. They don't connect, and now Dalbero. John Dalbero in the E.O. Smith zone, not far enough though. And the Bucks come back out. Here's Shane. Shane in, stick to side to the corner by Roach. A big hit there with Sprankle and Weinzimmer, and that's going to be a penalty on East Haven when they touch. O'Brien can't keep it in at the blue line. So Connor O'Brien curls back at his own blue line. East Haven wants to touch it, and Sprankle does touch up. So with 1:36 to go in the first period and East Haven trailing 1-0, they're going to be shorthanded for the remainder of this period if the Bucks don't score. Tyler Weinzimmer, 2 minutes for roughing. So if they don't score, there'll be 24 seconds carried over to the second period. So this is a big penalty kill here for East Haven. You can gain some momentum going into period 2 if you're successful right now. Pompano wins the draw back to Testa, who fires around the boards, can't get it out. LaCroix whacks at it. Weinzimmer, one of the best penalty killers here, finding himself in the box late in the period. Testa forces his man wide. Pucks come back to the blue line. O'Brien. Testa fires it around the boards, but not out. Puck's able to keep it in. Pompano looks to get to it first. He does, and he skates and flips it out to center ice. Good play by Gennaro Pompano. Taken back by Luke Rukalski behind his own net, and Rukalski will go the length of the rink. He finds O'Brien, and they gain the East Haven zone. It goes behind the net. Roach has to play it quickly. Shane was right on the puck. Pompano tips it out shorthanded. Here's Sprankle. Parker Sprankle carries in. He's got Pompano going to the net, and it went just wide of the net. Pompano back to Cameron LaCroix on the far side. LaCroix puts it deep. Good play. Rukalski behind the net now starts a breakout for the Bucks. Here's Shane, a good skater. In, shot, pad, save, Roach, big rebound. Cleared aside by Sprankle, who tips it up to the blue line. Held in by Brennan. Now Testa tries to tie his man up in the corner. Puck goes through the goal mouth, and Dalbero takes and fires all the way down, and that's going to kill the rest of the period. So a successful penalty kill for East Haven so far. 24 seconds are going to carry over into the second period, so a decent opening period for East Haven. Our score at the end of one, it's E.O. Smith Tolland 1 and East Haven nothing. We'll be back for the second period in a moment. Back here for the second period from the Freitas Ice Forum in Stores on the UConn campus. East Haven trailing the Bucks of E.O. Smith Tolland 1-0. Tyler Weinzimmer still in the box for 24 seconds on his roughing penalty. Ethan Roach had a good first period in net. Once again for East Haven, that is about what you would expect from him. And so we're underway, period 2. East Haven's got to kill off the remainder of this penalty to start the period. LaCroix tips it up to the blue line. Now turnaround shot by Shane. Save made by Roach. Nice save. Puck comes up to the blue line, but not out of the zone. E.O. Smith now dumps it into the corner. Shane again, clearly the best skater for this Bucks team. Power play is over. Weinzimmer out of the box. So East Haven's going to get a guy back. That shot was deflected into the corner as the Bucks are able to control it even at 5-on-5. And Michael Robert fires all the way down. That makes it for icing. 14:20 left to go here in the second period. And the Bucks with that 1-0 lead on the goal by Keegan Hodkinson, the senior from Tolland. From my house today here, it took just a bit over an hour. That's a long ride. There's a shot, big stick save by Roach. Tips it into the corner out of play. 14:15 to go here in the second period. It's the Bucks 1 and East Haven nothing. Face off to the left of Ethan Roach. Mike Amento, Nick Vacatura with you today. Rob Becker back home getting ready for another assignment tonight. So he'll be back with us as we move forward. Puck dumped into the zone by Hodginson, the goal scorer. Now Roach plays it around to Dalbero at the half wall. Testa there for help, and now it's Sprankle. Sprankle overskates. It's on the stick of Dalbero. They can't corral it. Now it's Tyler Weinzimmer. Weinzimmer had O'Brien on him. Now he finally finds Parker, and Sprankle skates it into the Buck zone. Sprankle with a little bit of speed Carries into the corner. Puts it back behind the net. And the Bucks clear it out quickly. And it's going to make it down for icing. 13:27 left to go here in period 2. E.O. Smith Tolland 1, East Haven nothing. And now the line of Giovanelli, Vacatura, and Schroeder get their first shift of this period. Face off to the right of Dan Polgan, the senior goaltender for the Bucks. Bucks win the face-off. They carry it back behind their own net. Out to center where LaCroix was in good position to keep the play in front of him, and he tips it up and out of the zone. Vacatura up the boards looking for Giovanelli. Giovanelli carries in the E.O. Smith zone. He centers, had Schroeder going to the net, but he couldn't get a shot away. Big collision at the far side with Vacatura. How about Giovanelli with a big hit? Bucks wanted a penalty on Giovanelli. Nothing called, so we play on. LaCroix up the boards, knocked down by Schroeder. Bouncing puck on the stick of Michael Robert. He tips it out to center ice, and that makes it for an icing. 12:40 to go here in the second. Bucks with a 1-0 lead, and it's going to be another defensive zone face-off for East Haven here. It's probably been, let's see, trying to do some math. Probably been about 23 or 22 years since I've been here in this building. Never for a high school game. I came to see a UConn game a couple of decades ago up here. This building looked a lot different then. It's a really nice facility. But as I said earlier, they're building a new one here for UConn to play their home games in a couple of years. East Haven clears the puck out of their own zone. Now Gennaro Pompano. Pompano in the Buck zone. Shot off the glove of Polgan and then off the post. What a chance there for Pompano to try to tie the game. Weinzimmer gains the red line, dumps it in. You can see Pompano's kind of feeling it here a little bit. He had a great chance to tie the game just a few seconds ago. O'Brien up the boards out of the zone for Weinzimmer, who quickly just takes and dumps it back in. Connor O'Brien out to center. Now it's Ruggiero who fans on an attempt. Shane gets by Ruggiero, who knocked him off the play just enough that he couldn't get a shot away. Centering pass, and they score. Shane centered to Braden George, who was left all alone in front. And with 11:37 to go here in the second period, the Bucks now have a 2-0 lead. Braden George with the goal. And that was a play where they left Braden George all by himself in front of the net. And there was nothing Ethan Roach can do about that. So here we go, 11:37 to go here, second period. East Haven trailing 2-0. And they've got to dig down really deeply now. Oh, big hit by Parker Sprankle right in front of the East Haven bench. Now back out to center ice, Cameron LaCroix takes it and dumps it in. Brennan in the corner behind his own net. Knocked down by Dalbero. Dalbero's shot actually went off of Parker Sprankle. Now in the corner, McGlinchey tries to drop it back down for Sprankle. And the Bucks steal. There's LaCroix stepping up on the play. Hodgkinson ties up Cameron LaCroix, who gets hit hard. Sprankle steals. Sprankle looks for Dalbero, tips it in the E.O. Smith zone. Sprankle goes and gets it, follows through on the play. Gets into the corner now, the Bucks clear out. Cole Shane actually gets the goal. They're going to give Braden George the assist. I thought it was the other way around. But nonetheless, as Roach covers up, 10:34 left to go here in the second period. East Haven trailing the Bucks 2-0. Face off to the right of Ethan Roach. It's one to George. Shot knocked down by Pompano. Cleared out of the zone. Pompano in a foot race with O'Brien. Pompano has the puck. Throws one in front for Berg, who tipped it just wide. Good pass from Pompano. Now Savo behind the net. Held in by Weinzimmer. Knocked down in the corner by O'Brien. And now Shane has it for the Bucks. What a good skater Cole Shane is. Here comes Shane again. Shane with a pass, and they fan on the shot. That was number 12, Caleb Van Horn, on a nice pass from Joe Shane. And if he connected, it would have been 3-0. Here comes Savo. Savo gets by one. Savo in shot, save, rebound, and they don't get a second shot, and the Bucks able to clear it all the way down. Roach fires out to center for Pompano. Pompano skates in, but a shot goes off the glove of Dan Pohl, getting out of play. 9:35 to go in the second period, and the Bucks with a 2-0 lead. East Haven has hit a post in this period. So a little bit unlucky. Could be a one-goal game, but nonetheless, 2-0 E.O. Smith. Sprankle wins the faceoff to McGlinchey. They keep it in. Now Dalbero. Dalbero with a shot, gloved by Polgan, and he lets the rebound go, and we play on. They turn it over at center ice. Michael Robert takes and dumps it in. Goes all the way in the corner. East Haven goes and gets it. Held in at the blue line by LaCroix. Bouncing puck knocked down by Dalbero. Now McGlinchey far side. McGlinchey comes away with it. Now Sprankle. Sprankle trying to create some room. Over to LaCroix. LaCroix throws it on net. Oh, and McGlinchey was right there for the deflection. Now Michael Robert throws it on net, and it never actually got through. It was knocked down by number 2, Zach Stoltenberg. East Haven playing a little better here in the next few minutes, and we got a penalty coming up on East Haven here as Sprankle touches up, and Michael Robert is going to go to the box. 2 minutes for interference. So with 8:42 to go here in the second period, and East Haven trailing 2-0, Michael Robert in the penalty box, 2 minutes for interference. So for the next 2 minutes, an absolutely huge penalty kill coming up right here. This is enormous. Here's O'Brien with a chance. That was Hodgkinson with a chance. He scored the first goal for the Bucks in this game. Puck taken behind the net now, Quentin Rye. Rye knocked off the play by Weinzimmer. Testa knocks his man into the corner. Good work by Testa. Stoltenberg at the blue line keeps it in. Stoltenberg again turns it over. Berg tips it up and out of the zone. Stoltenberg with that large frame knocks it down at center ice. Plays it ahead. It's a potential 2-on-1. Nice play by Weinzimmer to deflect, and then Roach made 2 huge saves to keep the Bucks out of the net, and Berg fires all the way down. Ethan Roach with 2 huge stops, and the Bucks have to go the length of the rink. Oh, that should have been an offsides. Nice play by Pompano on the steal, and he gets it out to center. Pompano steals again. Gennaro shorthanded in, couldn't get a shot away. Pompano stays with it, back to the blue line, Weinzimmer. Shot blocked. Now it gets by Weinzimmer, and a nice play by Testa to keep it in front of him. Now Pompano shorthanded. Pompano can't put one move on. Now Sprankle, but a bouncing puck. And Polgan covers up. Good penalty kill here for East Haven. 7:22 to go in the period. 41 seconds on the Bucks power play, with East Haven trailing in the game 2-0. Very good penalty kill here so far. Face off to the left of Dan Polgan. It's Parker Sprankle now taking the draw against Shane. Sprankle pushes it back deep behind the net, making the Bucks go the length of the rink again. Shane out to center ice, has it stolen away by Sprankle, who braces for a hit. It's dumped back in the corner. Cameron LaCroix up to the blue line, but not out. Held in by Brennan. On net save made Roach. Now Shane, top of the circle. O'Brien wide open at the blue line. He puts it back in the corner. Nice play by LaCroix. O'Brien thrown on net, deflected by Shane wide. Sprankle. LaCroix fans on the outlet attempt. Michael Robert out of the box. East Haven has killed both penalties in the game so far. Here comes Sprankle. Sprankle's got Pompano at the blue line, but he fanned on the pass, and they couldn't get it in the zone. Pompano trying to tip it back to Weinzimmer. Now Ruggiero in the E.O. Smith zone. Had it stolen by O'Brien. Gets it up now to Braden George. George wide, backhanded in front. And East Haven was in good position defensively. Puck deflected in the corner. Weinzimmer up to the blue line and out. E.O. Smith has to touch up. Michael Robert behind his own net. Near side for LaCroix. Up to Dalbero, here he comes. John Dalbero in the Bucks zone. Puts it deep. Bucks control there and they break out. Tipped ahead by Aiden Rye. No icing, we play on. Rye collides with Weinzimmer. Shot by Brennan, deflected into the corner. Dalbero on his stick. Dalbero gets hit hard. Here comes Pompano. Pompano tries to work his way through. Two Bucks players can't do so. Weinzimmer knocks it down at center ice. He dumps in. East Haven struggling to get offensive zone time here. There's a turnover shot wide glove side. That was Damian Till for the Bucks. Loose puck comes back above the circle. They collide with Roach, but the puck goes over the net. Now taken by Schroeder. Schroeder cross ice for Pompano. Pompano in, shot gloved by Polgan, and he holds on. 4:41 left to go, second period. East Haven trailing in the game 2-0. And here is finally an offensive zone face-off here. They have not had very many of those so far today in this game. Giovanelli wins the face-off back to Schroeder. Schroeder gets to it at the blue line. Puts it deep for Giovanelli. Giovanelli tries to center, uses his big frame. Now Vacatura. Giovanelli loose in front, and then Schroeder couldn't poke it home. And now the Bucks come out with it. Connor McCaughey for E.O. Smith dumps it behind the net. Testa up to Schroeder, who tips it out of the zone. O'Brien corrals at center ice. Now it's on the stick of Testa. Keeps it in front of him, dumped in by the Bucks. LaCroix goes and gets it. Cameron LaCroix to Giovanelli. Giovanelli turns it over. Testa has Shane on him. Shane had it knocked away by Giovanelli. Brennan throws it on net, deflected wide. Senator shot that. Oh, they're going to say that went in. They're going to say that went behind Roach. I couldn't tell from up here. That was a weird angle, and it took a carom, but they say it counts. And with 3:43 to go in the second period, East Haven now trails in this game 3-0. And we'll wait and see who gets credit for the goal for the Bucks, but nonetheless, it's a 3-0 game in East Haven with a huge hill to climb right now. Weinzimmer up to Sprankle. Parker Sprankle in the Bucks zone. Carries deep. East Haven, the last 3 or 4 games, has just had a hard time scoring goals. We didn't see this the first 10 games of the season. The last 4, it's been a real struggle. Sprankle knocked off the play. Now Weinzimmer behind his own net. Finds Griffin McGlinchey, who plays it out to center. O'Brien flips it back in. It's in the pads of Weinzimmer. Up to Pompano, up to Dalbero, I should say. Bucks quickly turn it back in. Now Sprankle, Parker Sprankle out to center ice, finds Dalbero. Dalbero carries in. McGlinchey follows up. McGlinchey. They had 3 players above the blue line when McGlinchey took that shot. Connor O'Brien backhands it up the boards. Pompano trying to get to the loose puck. Cleared out to center, so Weinzimmer just dumps it back in. Connor O'Brien goes back and gets it behind his own net. Off the boards, knocked down by Berg. Taken by Pompano. Pompano in. Shot wide, glove side of Polgan. Pompano gets his own rebound. Pompano centers. Berg has a chance, and he scores. No, they waved it off. They waved it off because the net was off the pegs. And Polgan pushed the net off. There's no doubt about it. There's no question. He slid across the crease, and as he did, the net came off its pegs, and they waved the goal off. That's just how it's gone for East Haven. 2:07 to go here, second period. This should be a 3-1 game. Josh Berg should have a goal, but they wave it off, so we play on. Pompano with a wraparound, and it's tied up on the side of the net. I wasn't sure where it was. Now Pompano, center Savo couldn't get a shot away. East Haven getting it going a little bit here after giving up the third goal. You got to wonder if it's too little too late. Here's Berg in, shot it over the glove of Polgan. Now the Bucks clear it out to center ice. Michael Robert up for Pompano. Pompano skates in. Berg follows him up. Berg's had a good game. Pompano comes away with it. Shot saved, Polgan, rebound. Loose in front, Savo couldn't get a shot away. Now Weinzimmer throws it on net, deflected wide. Puck caroms off the back of the net. Now Berg stays with it. Loose in front again, and Polgan with a save. East Haven's just got to feel snake bitten right now. This line has had a great shift here. Penalty coming up on the Bucks. Savo puts it in front and the Bucks touch up. So with 59 seconds left to go in the second period, and East Haven trailing in the game 3-0. They have done everything to try to score here these last couple of minutes, and they just can't poke one home. They need one right here. That is going to be Pat Brennan going off for holding. So if they don't score, they'll carry a little over a minute of power play time into the third period. But down 3-0. This is, it's got to be go time for East Haven right now. If they want to get back in this game, this is the chance. Bucks win the face-off, clear it up to the blue line, on out. Dalbero holds it in. Shot blocked. They deflect it down. Roach is going to play it. Plays it up off the glass. Shane knocks it down and just dumps it back in to kill more time. Griffin McGlinchey behind his own net. Up to Sprankle. He'll skate with it. Sprankle in the Bucks zone. First power play of the day for East Haven. McGlinchey back to Sprankle. Sprankle at the half wall. Down low, Savo couldn't corral it. So now it's Pompano. Pompano gets taken down. Savo to Dalbero. Dalbero not sure what to do with it, and they clear it out of the zone. Roach plays it hard off the glass, knocked down by Sprankle. And they're going to fire it back down on net, and that's where this period's going to end. So East Haven's going to carry 1 minute and 1 second of power play time into the third period. Lou Payne is not happy with the no-goal call on Berg, and he is letting the officials know about it. So East Haven has got some work to do. At the end of 2, it's the Bucks 3, East Haven nothing. Back for the third period in a moment. Back here at the Fridas Ice Forum in Stores. on the UConn campus. We go to the third period. East Haven trailing in the game 3-0. You can't really say it's a surprise because we knew coming into today that this Bucks team was really good. And we thought that coming off the effort Saturday that East Haven would be in for a big effort today. So far, nothing to show for it. Down 3 with about a minute to go on their first power play of the game here, trailing by 3 goals. Really important, I would think, to try to get one here. Savo in the Bucks zone, drops it down for Sprankle. Now Savo actually gets it back. Bucks control behind the net, around the boards, knocked down by McGlinchey at the blue line. Griffin McGlinchey drops down to Sprankle, they'll set up. McGlinchey top of the circle. Finds Dalbero, back to McGlinchey quickly. McGlinchey still top of the circles. Parker's wide open. He scores! There's a shot top shelf for Parker Sprankle. It's a power play goal. And with 14-17 to go in the third period, Sprankle puts East Haven on the board. It's now a 3-1 game. And let's see if that gives them a little bit of life here. That's the second game in a row that Parker Sprankle has a goal. And let's see if maybe, just maybe, East Haven can build some momentum off that. Still a lot of time left in the game. And it's now a 3-1 game on the power play goal by Parker Sprankle. His second goal in as many games. Weinzimmer up to Pompano. Pompano lost it. He got tied up in the corner. And so O'Brien clears it out of the zone for the Bucks. They dump in the corner. Testa goes and gets it there off Hodkinson. Now stolen by George. Run into by Weinzimmer, and now Pompano up for Berg. Stolen by Hodkinson, who scored the first goal of the game for the Bucks. Weinzimmer stays with it. Now Pompano gets to it. Pompano with a couple of moves. Here he comes. Gennaro Pompano with some room. Pompano for Berg. Berg pushes toward the net, and it just went off the side of the net. Couldn't get a good shot away. Now behind the net, O'Brien. McGlinchey steals. McGlinchey waiting. LaCroix down low. Pompano! He scores! Gennaro Pompano! And just like that, that's the offense we've seen. And with 13-12 to go in the third period, it's now a 3-2 game. Gennaro Pompano with a goal. And here we go. We are 2 minutes into the third period, and it's 3-2. So East Haven 1 goal away now. 1 good shot away from tying this game. And that's an icing on the Bucks. 12:58 to go in the third period. Bucks 3, East Haven 2. So Sprankle and Pompano with goals just a couple of minutes into this third period. And we have got ourselves a game. Face off to the right of Dan Polgan. Sprankle takes the draw, but it's won by the Bucks. Held in by Robert at the blue line, who puts it behind the net. Stoltenberg around the boards. Looking for Connor McCaughey, who clears it all the way down. And that's going to be an icing on the Bucks again. 12:39 to go, third period. East Haven trailing 3-2. Boy, what a start to this third period here for East Haven. Wow. It's almost like they toy with their opponents for the first 2 periods, and then in the third period they come to life. Clean face-off win. LaCroix towards the net, knocked down by Berg, who stays with it. That was a good effort by Josh Berg. Savo back in the play. Savo off the boards. Brennan steals and dumps it in. Goes behind Michael Roberts, so he's got to get to it first. Swings it around the boards for Berg. LaCroix trying to find Pompano. Stolen to Shane. and Roach got a piece of it. Oh, that puck came loose in front. Shane was left there, and it went just wide. Brennan keeps it in. Now Savo gets it out, finds Berg. Here comes Berg. Berg onside. Berg gets by his man. Berg in. Save Polgan. Good chance for Josh Berg. East Haven flying here in this third period. Testa gets to it first. Collides with Caleb Van Horn. Testa and Van Horn collide behind the net. Now Weinzimmer lost control of it. Shane steals. Throws it into the corner. On it, deflected by Shane. And what a stop by Ethan Roach on a beautiful deflection by Cole Shane. That was incredible. And what a save by Ethan Roach. 11:31 to go here in the third period. East Haven now trailing in the game 3-2. Face off to the right of Roach. Sprankle and Cam Sterling on the draw. And the Bucks win the face-off. Put it back to the far corner. Sterling gets to it. Sprankle gets around one man. He comes away with the puck. East Haven has only had the one power play today, and Sprankle scored on it. McGlinchey clears it out of the zone. Now O'Brien, hounded by Sprankle. Parker working hard, creates a steal. Good effort by Parker Sprankle, making the Bucks go the length of the rink here. O'Brien up ahead for Quentin Rye. Rye knocked hard off the play by Weinzimmer. Now Sprankle flips it to himself. Sprankle looking for McGlinchey. They can't get it out, and the Bucks fire it back in. Testa reverses direction. They're going to get pinned deep here. Quentin Rye knocked into again by Weinzimmer. Now East Haven again pinned deep in their own zone. Sprankle comes away with it. Sprankle behind his net. Off the glass, out of the zone. And the Bucks have to reset, and they'll just dump in. Now Testa. Cross ice for Weinzimmer. Weinzimmer gains the blue line. Gets into the neutral zone. Backhands forward for Berg, who tips it in the Buck zone. O'Brien hounded by Savo. Up the boards where they almost turn it over. They do. Pompano steals. Shot over the net. Now it goes off the back of the net. Live puck. Up to the blue line past Michael Robert. So LaCroix will allow Roach to play it. He goes off the glass, knocked down by Savo. Now to Pompano. Pompano had it poked away. Gennaro stays with it. Back to the blue line, held in nicely by LaCroix. Things have settled down here for the Bucks. Savo can't keep it in, and here's Shane. Shane gets by LaCroix. Shane in, and a big pad save by Roach on the backhand shot by Shane. Put a circle around that one as this remains a one-goal game. Shane, Cole Shane, just an incredible player here for the Bucks. And now Savo at his own blue line finds Berg, who tips it in. They'll go for a change. East Haven wanted a penalty here on the near side, didn't get one, so we have played on. Bucks dump it in. Behind Roach. Bucks are going to get to it first. Centering pass goes back to the blue line, bouncing puck wide, stick side. Dalbero out of the zone, and Zach Stoltenberg dumps it in. Testa up for Sprankle off his stick. Some crazy caroms right now. Turnaround shot is in a bunch of feet, and now Weinzimmer just sticks it up ahead to McGlinchey. Out of the zone looking for Dalbero. The Bucks, though, quick to dump back in as East Haven can't seem to get anything going here. Roach up to the blue line, and it gets out of the zone, so the Bucks have to start back at center. Sprankle for Weinzimmer. Weinzimmer up to the blue line, not out, held in by Shane. Cole Shane with room, save Roach, and it trickled by him and went dangerously wide. Centering pass knocked down in front. Stoltenberg keeps it in. Blocked down by Berg. Here comes Berg. That should have been an interference on Stoltenberg, but they play on. Now Pompano makes one move. Pompano gets knocked down. Man. Michael Robert knocks it down to the blue line, puts it in deep. The officials definitely let things go here. Berg knocks it down. Pompano trying to come away with a loose puck. What the Bucks do, here they come. Here comes Cole Shane. Shot goes wide of Roach. Cole Shane, every time he touches the puck, gives himself a chance to score. Turnover in front, Roach sticks it into the corner. Michael Robert now to Pompano. Pompano gets leveled, and that's a penalty on the Bucks. Now East Haven's going to go on the power play. Here comes John Dalbero. Dalbero into the Bucks zone. They're going to touch up, though, and East Haven will get a man advantage with 6:45 to go in the third period, trailing 3-2. They're going to get a chance to tie the game. And we'll see what the penalty is. It's a hit to the head. And is it going to be on Cole Shane? It is. It's going to be on Shane. So 2 minutes for roughing. He kind of went up high on Pompano. So the senior assistant captain, Cole Shane, and oh, is this interesting. What a third period this has become here. Pompano has the puck in his feet. Sprankle comes away with it. Sprankle drops it back for McGlinchey. McGlinchey takes a shot, deflected. It goes off a stick. Knocked down nicely by McGlinchey. Griffin McGlinchey keeps it in. Nice job. Now to Dalbero, back to McGlinchey. E.O. Smith aggressive on the kill here. McGlinchey back to Dalbero. Dalbero throws it through, and it's gloved by Dan Polgan, and he holds on. 6:17 to go, third period, 1:33 on the East Haven power play, with East Haven trailing in the game 3-2. It has been a feverish third period comeback. We'll see if they can get the equalizer. And the Bucks are able to clear it out. Roach comes out of his net. He will play it up to John Dalbero. Tipped ahead to Savo in the Bucks zone. Savo works his way through a check. Savo knocks his man off the play. Nice job by Dalbero to keep it in. Throwing on it again, bouncing puck. Knocked down by Savo. Sprankle corrals it. Now Savo. Savo tied up by Stoltenberg. Up to the blue line, knocked down by McGlinchey. Sprankle has to come up to play the puck, and the Bucks will clear it out, but it goes into the Bucks bench. 5:34 to go here, third period. 50 seconds left on the East Haven power play. Bucks 3, East Haven 2, and the faceoff should be just outside. No, it's just inside because it went off the Bucks bench. So it's to the left of the senior goaltender, Dan Polgan. East Haven's been the much better team here in the third period. The Bucks were better for the first two. Is that going to be enough? Bucks win the faceoff, and they clear it down. Dalbero tried to knock it down with his shoulder, couldn't keep it in. East Haven scored on their first power play, Parker Sprankle. That was the first goal here in the third period. Now McGlinchey finds Sprankle, and they'll come back the other way. It's knocked down at center ice. Parker tips it in. He gets by one man. E.O. Smith aggressive on the kill here, and the Bucks are able to clear it out. Now Roach. Roach trying to decide what to do here. Had Berg coming off the bench. Now Sprankle to McGlinchey. Maybe one more rush here on the power play. McGlinchey looking for Sprankle. They can't get it in, and the Bucks are going to kill it off. Dalbero steals. Here comes Dalbero. Power play is over. Dalbero to Sprankle. Now Berg. They couldn't get a shot away. Dalbero looking to center. Brennan steals. Knocked down by Pompano. He can't keep it in. Here comes Cole Shane. Fresh out of the box. O'Brien almost knocked down by Dalbero. Now Pompano. Gennaro Pompano in the Bucks zone. Pompano gets by one. Pompano, two. They score. That's Nicholas Ruggiero in front. And with 4:14 to go in the third, the comeback is complete. And East Haven is tied at 3. Ruggiero with the equalizer. I think it was Ruggiero anyway. And with 4:14 to go in the third period, East Haven has come all the way back to tie the game at 3. The work isn't done though. The Bucks aren't going to go quietly, that's for sure. Savo with a steal. Here comes Savo in. Oh, saved by Polgan. Nice chance by Savo. And we have a stoppage in play with an injured Bucks player behind the net. 3:56 to go in the third period. We'll take a break, be right back. And we are back, 3:56 to go in the third period. We got ourselves a brand new hockey game, 3-3. It has been an incredible third period comeback for East Haven here, and we'll see if they can finish it off. What an effort here in this period. Pompano to LaCroix, thrown on net, puck knocked down. Here come the Bucks down the other way. It's no icing, we play on. Centering pass is going to be kept in by the Bucks. Thrown into the corner where Michael Robert will steer it around the near side. Berg's going to come down. That was Savo that got the goal, not Ruggiero. I apologize. I want to give credit to the right person. Here's Pompano with a steal. Pompano in, save, rebound. They score! They score! Josh Berg! 4 unanswered goals. And with 3:23 left in the third period, East Haven has a 4-3 lead. What an unbelievable comeback. And unfortunately, we have another injury, so we're going to step aside and take a break and be right back. Back here, 3:23 to go, third period. Gennaro Pompano with 2 in the period. Savo with 1. Sprankle with 1. Shane gets by Michael Robert. It is now East Haven 4 and the Bucks 3. After the second period, not too many people saw this coming. Here comes Savo. He's on O'Brien. East Haven has been the faster, better, sharper team here in the third period. However, let's be clear. This E.O. Smith Tolland team, very good hockey team. Pompano in, shot blocked. Albero trying to follow it up. The Bucks steal and get it out. Here's Shane who dumps it in. Goes in the corner, LaCroix. Up ahead to McGlinchey now and out of the zone. Griffin McGlinchey works through and into the Bucks' end. McGlinchey knocked off the play. Now LaCroix up to Dalbero. They can't corral it. They almost had too many. Here comes Pompano. Pompano in the E.O. Smith zone. Pompano trying to put a couple of moves on. Can't do so. Now it comes back to LaCroix at center ice. He gets knocked into the boards. LaCroix trying to keep the play in front of him. Bucks would have been offsides. They couldn't carry in. They're still offsides. Caleb Van Horn couldn't get back on. 1:58 to go, third period. East Haven 4, Bucks 3. They have come from 3 goals down. And have scored 4 unanswered here in the third period to take the lead on the road against a terrific hockey team. Still some work to do, though, to finish this one off. Now Testa turns and dumps it in. It stays in play. I think the Bucks thought it was going to go out of play. I would think the next time they get it out, Polgan may come out. He is. Polgan out of the net. There's an empty net on the E.O. Smith end of the rink, and a quick whistle, very quick whistle, as Roach gloved it and then let it play. So 1:27 left, third period. East Haven 4 and the Bucks 3. Unbelievable. Let's see if the Bucks decide to call their timeout here. They've already got Polgan on the bench, and they're going to. So the Bucks will call their timeout, which means East Haven will get a chance here to figure out the face-off formation. What a game this has been. 4 unanswered goals in the third period. They started this period with 1 minute and a second left on a power play. Parker Sprankle scored that goal. Probably 30 seconds later, Pompano got another one that made it 3-2. Then it was Savo who got credit for the tying goal, and Pompano with the go-ahead goal. And now Polgan out of the net for the Bucks. And East Haven trying to hold on for 3 huge standings points in Division II and trying to hold on for their 10th win of the year. Let's remember, this team beat Farmington Valley, they beat South Windsor, they beat the Eastern Connecticut Eagles, they beat Newington, who's the number 2 team in Division II. This is not a slouch hockey team at all. They're number 1 in Division III for a reason. Could be a Division II team if you look at it. We want to thank Nick Vacatura for making a long trip today. I know his family's here watching his brother play, and Rob Becker doing other duties tonight. Rob will be back with us, though, tomorrow night. More on that later. Wow, listen to the crowd here. Great atmosphere. Off the face-off, O'Brien wins it, and he scores. I think that puck might have been deflected. And with 1:24 to go in the third period, we are tied at 4. So late in the game, the Bucks able to tie it. By the way, I know it's not really the time, but we'll do it anyway. I want to wish a happy birthday to Parker Sprankle. It was his birthday yesterday, as I was just informed. So 1:23 left to go here in the third period. It's a 4-4 game. Here comes Pompano. Oh, he tried to center one for Sprankle, who was going on net. And the Bucks did a nice job to get back and tie it up. Here comes E.O. Smith back the other way. Shot deflected into the corner. Now Savo lost it. Now Savo actually gets it out. He finds Sprankle. Parker Sprankle in the Bucks zone. Sprankle throws it on net. Polgan made the save. Couldn't hold on to the rebound. And so the Bucks are going to play it. And they get it out. They shoot it out of play. 41 and a half seconds left to go in the third period. It's East Haven 4 and the Bucks 4. Connor McGaughy with the goal for the Bucks, and that tied the game. I see. I'm looking in the far corner, and I see Gennaro Pompano's father. He wants to call a timeout. Off the face-off, Bucks win the draw, and they are going to look to play it out to center ice. Michael Robert goes down into the corner. LaCroix up to the blue line. Stoltenberg dumps it in. Now they clear it out to center. Knocked down. Here's Dalbero. John Dalbero gets the puck in the E.O. Smith zone, but he can't control it there. Now Sprankle doesn't want to turn it over here. Finds Weinzimmer. Backhands up to Berg, who gets hit hard by Stoltenberg. And we got it tied up right in front of the bench here. 9 seconds to go, third period. We're tied at 4. I think it's going to be a center ice face-off. And for the first time this season, we could be headed for an overtime game. So we have a center ice face-off. It's one back to LaCroix. Knocked down at center ice right in front of the center ice red line. And that's going to do it for regulation time. So 3 periods, not enough to decide it. So there's not really a stoppage here, so we'll stay with it as we get set to go to the overtime. It's an 8-minute overtime. If nobody scores in the 8-minute overtime, the game ends in a tie. It's sudden death. Whoever scores first wins the game. And as I said, if no one scores, we end this game tied at 4. What a game it's been. East Haven trailed 3-0 going into the third period. Came back with 4 unanswered goals. Sprankle, Savo, Pompano with 2. It was quite a third period effort as East Haven finally found their offense in that third period. And so we'll switch ends. Can't have 2 goaltenders in the same end, so Polgan's going to go down the other end. Roach looking to occupy his net. You can't worry about tomorrow just yet. You'll get there when you get there. But East Haven has another game tomorrow. So does E.O. Smith, quite frankly. But East Haven, it's the only thing we're really caring about is their game tomorrow, too. There's going to be a bunch of tired kids at that game, but we'll tell you about that one when this dandy is over. I know I've said this a lot. Far and away the best game of the year. Puck dumped in, Michael Robert, E.O. Smith, Tolland, the number 1 team in Division III. You could argue they would be one of the best teams in Division II. Savo skates in the puck zone. Can't control the puck, though. East Haven's got a touch up. They do. And now the Bucks dump it in. That's going to be icing. They will be on the red line. 7:38 to go in overtime. East Haven 4, Bucks 4. Certainly didn't look promising after the second period. Face off to Polgan's left. It's going to be Pompano and Shane, 2 of the best players on each team, taking the face-off. Savo trying to get one away, can't do so. Bouncing puck loose, goes just wide. East Haven had a good chance there to put the game away. LaCroix up to Pompano. Pompano to Savo. He'll carry in. Savo. Shot deflected off the glass over the net. Berg collides with his man in the corner. Knocked down by Pompano. Pompano with room. Pompano followed up by Berg. He lost it, and the Bucks will clear. Connor Cole Shane clears it all the way down. It's not going to be icing. It is. It went just to the side of the net. 1 minute gone by in the overtime. 7 minutes to go. East Haven 4 and the Bucks 4. Even if this game ends in a tie, East Haven would move into, they would still be in 7th place. I think you get 1 point for tying a D3 team, I believe. Not 100% sure on that. 1 point would be better than none for sure. Sprankle gets hit hard. E.O. Smith, I'm not sure why they didn't go after the puck there. Dalbero knocked off the play at center ice. That's Hodkinson who scored the first Bucks goal. Puck dumped behind the net. Weinzimmer in a foot race. Up the boards for McGlinchey. Now to Parker Sprankle. And East Haven gets it out of the zone. Quentin Weir dumps it in. Now Sprankle. Now to Tyler Weinzimmer. Up the boards to Dalbero, who turns it over. Dalbero's going to curl back behind his own net. East Haven being pinned deep here. They turn it over again. Centering pass knocked down there by Dalbero. And now John skates it out to center ice. Dalbero works through, gets the puck in the Buck zone. They put it dangerously in front of their own net. But they clear it out to center ice. Now it's Testa. Testa knocked off the play. Here come the Bucks in the East Haven zone. Shot wide of Roach. This line's been on the ice a long time. Pat Brennan dumps it into the backhand side. This line's got to get off. Throwing on net, big pad save by Roach. He pushes it in the corner. Stoltenberg throws it on net, knocked down by Sprankle. Stoltenberg again, shot deflected just wide. Shot knocked down by McGlinchey. Now Dalbero takes, clears it out to center, and now they'll get a change. No icing, so play's going to continue. Wide open player on the far side. Nice play by LaCroix to knock off Cole Shane. Pompano couldn't clear it out of the zone. Now he steals, and now Gennaro has it back. Too far for Savo, and now Brennan over to Stoltenberg. Stolen by Savo. Knocked out by Berg, plays it down to Savo. Now Berg working hard. Pompano in front. Pompano to Savo. Savo, oh, what a save. That was a terrific save there by Dan Polgan to keep the game tied, and the Bucks ice the puck. 4:35 to go in overtime, tied at 4. Dan Polgan just saved the day for E.O. Smith Tolland on a dynamite chance. What an effort by East Haven just to get back in the game. And now an offensive zone faceoff. Doesn't seem like there have been a lot of those today. And now Sprankle is taking this draw. It's won by the Bucks. Held in, though, by Robert. Knocked down by Pompano. The Bucks swing it around the boards, and they'll come out with it. Knocked down by Sprankle. Now it's McGlinchey. McGlinchey, oh, backhand pass too far for Sprankle. McGlinchey steals, carries back in. Nice play by McGlinchey. Throws it towards the net. Nobody there, and the Bucks clear it out. LaCroix at center ice. Cameron LaCroix works it in the Bucks zone. LaCroix carries deep. LaCroix, good effort. Carries it into the corner. Sprankle comes back to the blue line. McGlinchey comes away with the puck. He gives it to Pompano. Pompano tried to wrap around. He was stuffed. McGlinchey puts it back deep for Sprankle. Parker Sprankle comes away with the puck to the blue line. Robert throws it on, then it was blocked. And bouncing puck just went past Hodgkinson. And so it's cleared out to center ice. Nice play by Pompano to keep the puck in front of him. Sprankle knocks it down, and that's offside. Yep. Pompano was just inside the offensive zone. 3:28 left in overtime. Game tied at 4. Big hit behind the net. Here's Berg. To the blue line, held in momentarily by Testa. Here come the Bucks. Back the other way. They look for a shot. It goes wide. That was 16, Braden George. Puck in front. Shane. Shot goes off the glove of Roach. He got a piece of it. Now it's knocked down by Pompano. Here comes Gennaro Pompano. In the Buck zone, Pompano in, Savo onside. Pompano with a shot, puck loose in front, and the Bucks cleared away. Dan Polgan has been good when he's needed to be for the Bucks here in overtime. Now the Bucks are onside, they carry in. Shot blocked by Testa. In the corner, it's on the stick of Cole Shane. Big save by Roach, big rebound. Roach with another save, and they're able to clear it out. Dalbero up to Savo. Savo in the Buck zone. Boy, Savo looks tired. This entire team looks tired. Oh, that was almost too many men for East Haven. Whoa. Here's McGlinchey off the bench. McGlinchey in, shot save. Polgan McGlinchey for the rebound, and he just couldn't get there in time. Dalbero finds Sprankle. Sprankle trying to backhand in front. Parker worked on in the corner. McGlinchey down there for help. Parker comes away with the puck. Sprankle trying to center. That net is off again. That's the third time in the game that either goaltender has knocked that net off. 1:43 to go here in the overtime. It's East Haven 4 and the Bucks 4. What a game here today. Coach Payne trying to get a late change, trying to get Pompano back on the ice, and he couldn't do it. Home team gets the last change. Bucks clear the zone. LaCroix in a foot race. It makes it for icing. Now he can get a change for an offensive zone faceoff. 1:35 to go here in the overtime. Tied at 4. These kids have left everything on the ice today. Unfortunately for them, there's another game tomorrow night. A little over 24 hours from now. Off the face-off, East Haven keeps it in, but the Bucks are going to clear. LaCroix at center ice plays it forward. O'Brien knocks it down. Now McGlinchey to Parker Sprankle, who's going to tip it in the Bucks. Nope, he's going to curl it back. Now LaCroix. Fans on the pass, tries to dump it in deep. Knocked down by O'Brien. Now O'Brien in for E.O. Smith Tolland. Michael Robert. O'Brien going to the net. Roach doesn't know where it is. And he had it trapped underneath him, and wow. 1:06 to go in the overtime. We're tied at 4. One of the few defensive zone face-offs East Haven's had here in this overtime period. My goodness. Face-off to the left of Roach, and now East Haven has called their timeout for a defensive zone face-off. Both of these teams, as I said, will have another game tomorrow. Not sure who the Bucks are going to play. I know East Haven is going to be back on the road tomorrow night at the Ralph Walker Rink, otherwise known as the Blake Rink in New Haven, where they're going to take on the Guilford Grizzlies. Back to SCC play tomorrow night. That's going to be an 8:15 face-off in New Haven tomorrow night. This is the last Division III team on the schedule. The remaining 6 games will all be against Division II teams, and as of right now, they are all against Division II teams that will have qualified for the Division II state tournament. So after today, if you think the schedule gets easier, think again. The game tomorrow night, then a 10-day break, and then they'll finish the regular season with 5 games in 11 days. Still with an outside shot to make the SCC tournament. Lots on the line, though, but we got to finish this one first. 1:06 to go in overtime. We're tied at 4. Face-off to the left of Ethan Roach. Pompano wins it to Berg, who pushes it back behind the net. Centering pass, they bank it off the back of the net. Shane took a shot and Roach tipped it away. It's on the stick of Michael Robert, who tries to tie it up. Oh, Shane in the slot, couldn't get a shot away. Now Berg tips it out of the zone. Gets it out to center, knocked down by O'Brien. Now Michael Robert has it on his stick. Robert up to Parker Sprankle. Off the boards for Pompano. Gennaro Pompano working his way through. He gets taken down, can't control the puck, and the Bucks are going to ice it. 26 and a half seconds to go in overtime. Tied at 4. Face-off is going to come back in the Bucks zone. Coach Payne's got to be happy with the third period and overtime effort of his team today. This has been a wonderful effort. And if they can at least tie, it'll be somewhat rewarded. Bucks win the face-off. They'll clear, though. No. Knocked down by Sprankle. Shot saved Polgan. And he holds for the whistle. 20 seconds to go in overtime. Still tied at 4. Again, it was 3-0 E.O. Smith Tolland at one point in this game. East Haven had a 4-3 lead. And then with just over a minute to go in the third period, the Bucks came back to tie it. Pompano and Shane for the faceoff. Pompano pushes it into the corner. He gets tied up there. Shane pushes it up the boards, and it's taken out of the zone by Robert. Now the Bucks with one more rush. Here comes Cole Shane. Nice job there by Sprinkle. LaCroix around the boards, and that is how this game is going to end. A really good effort by these two teams today, and this game is going to end with a 4-4 tie. E.O. Smith's going to get a couple of points for tying a Division II qualifier. East Haven's going to get a point for tying a Division III qualifier. This was a wonderful hockey game, a great comeback by East Haven in that third period. And they gave it all they had today. Once again, tomorrow night, we're going to be in action again at 8:15 at the Ralph Walker Rink, the Blake Rink in New Haven. We'll be back in SCC play tomorrow night at 8:15. It'll be East Haven at Guilford. So, once again, our final score here, East Haven 4, E.O. Smith Tolland 4. For Nick Vacatura, this is Mike Amento saying good night from UConn.